Well, hello Paynesville Bulldogs baseball fans, and today in the second game of the playoffs, the Bulldogs won their first game by a score of 10-0, and now they will be playing the Morris area Chokiel Alberta Tigers in the second round of the playoffs. Morris was down 3-0 after the first inning of their first game, which was against Montevideo. And then in the third inning, they managed to score 3 runs, as well as in the sixth inning, and they ended up winning 6-3. So they're hot, and they're probably sweaty too, being that they just played a game. The Bulldogs luckily got to get out of this heat for a while after their first game, which was at 11, and they got to rest up, and let's hope that they are fresh and ready to go for this second game. Today I'm with Josiah Walls. Hi Josiah, how you doing?
Pretty good. You know, as you were talking, the tiredness of the Morris, definitely take advantage of it early in the game.
Yep. Yeah, hopefully fatigue is going to play a factor in this.
We'll use whatever we can to our advantage.
So right now the announcer is going over the starting lineups, and a couple out of the ordinary starters is Grady Fuchs is actually going to be designated hitting for Spencer Imholt, who will be on the mound. So Grady with his debut starting for varsity right now.
Go Grady. We do advise everyone to comment, and we will address it as it comes through. If you have any questions, let us know. Feedback is a big thing for us.
Yep.
Let us know what we can do better for you.
If you notice the camera angle change, it is because our normal press box was full of other radio broadcasters, so I guess that's a good problem to have. This game is pretty popular, I guess, throughout the state, so.
Luckily, you guys turned into the right broadcast, though.
What?
You can tell the fans are sitting beside 2 celebrities.
Sitting up here with us are 2 celebrities, Carter.
Yeah, Kenny, and the announcer, as everyone knows, the voice of the Bulldogs. And it looks like the coaches are just discussing before the game's going to start here, getting their lineups all checked out.
Should be a great game here in Paynesville. On the mound for Paynesville, Spencer Imholt.
Yeah, Spencer's been a great pitcher all season long for the Dogs. He hasn't lost a game to my knowledge. Actually, I take that back. I think he did pitch against Maple Lake, so he did have a loss there. But Maple Lake was a very good team, and there was a couple rough games for the Bulldogs, but they've bounced back in a great way. They beat New London after that by a score of 7-4, and then they beat Foley, the number 3 ranked team in the state at the time. They handled them very nicely, allowing 0 runs. And then, as you all know, earlier today they defeated a good team as well, the Benson Braves. They were the 8th seed, but they were coming into the game with a couple wins, so not an awful ball club by any means.
Morris, on the other hand, just coming off of a game against Benson, won 11-9, and Minnewaska 12-1.
That's good to know. The Dogs actually, as I said before, they won by a 10-run rule in 6 innings against Benson earlier today. So their bats were on fire, to say the least. Yeah, and the weather today is not letting up whatsoever. The breeze came in right around 10:30 probably, and then that's kind of helped a little bit, but other than that, it's probably like 95 degrees right here, and it's a cooker.
Yeah, a wind of 10 miles an hour.
Okay.
91 degrees here.
Weatherman Josiah Walls, everyone.
All right, Dad, working hard!
Kenny's certainly excited for the game. As number 9, Zach Brown gets up to bat.
And the first pitch from Spencer is going to be called a ball. So Zach Brown now facing a count with 1 ball and 0 strikes. And he swings and hits that one. Slow roller to Jared Campbell, who's going to flip it over to Imholt, who touches first base, and that is the first out of the game, folks.
Yeah, that was quick.
Good start for the Dogs, and it looks like Imholt so far working very efficiently, as did Grant Ludwig earlier today, through minimal pitches in that win. Quick rundown of the lineup. We have Zach Osendorf, as always, behind the plate. We have Grant Ludwig at third. Shortstop, Luke Johnson. Second base, we have
Sam Hopper.
Sam Hopper, yep. And that ball is skyrocketed towards the direction of Jared Campbell behind first base, and he manages to make that catch. So with that, we have Jared Campbell playing first base. Out in right field, Levi Bass. Center field, Sam Orline. And last but not least, left fielder, Zach Schrader.
Keep hopping out there! Pence, let's go!
this defense really strong throughout the year, only having a few hiccups here and there, but still managing to find themselves.
So up now for Morris is Jarrett Johnson. I guess we can call him JJ.
Now batting number 5, Parker Dirks.
And that's going to be a strike against Jarrett. My bad.
We might mess that up a few times. It's a uncommon name.
A lot of times, yeah.
So the count to Jarrett is now 2-1. Getting 2 outs already in this inning. And that'll be called ball, so there's now 3 balls and 1 strike. Let's hope Imholt can come back here.
Correction, Jarrett got out on a fly ball to Jared. Up to bats number 5, Parker Dirks.
My bad, folks.
And he'll get a walk.
Okay, so now we have, Parker Dirks is on first base. And now up to bat is number 34 for Morris.
Number 34 DH, Chandler Vogel.
Up to bat now is number 34, Chandler Vogel, the DH.
And he kind of checks his swing there. That's going to be fouled back out of play. And that'll be the first strike of the count. Imholt checks the runner on first.
Morris wasting no time so far in this inning.
As we all know, Spencer has a killer pickoff move, and we'll see if he implements that here in the first inning.
Having a pickoff in almost every game.
It seems like it, yeah. Multiple, even in some. And he got him just like that. What do you know?
Oh, man, as we're talking about it, what are the odds?
Oh, my. And that is the inning, folks. The Dogs let 1 base runner get aboard, but he is expunged just like that. And the Dogs are going to bring up the bats, and let's hope we get some runs here to start the game.
Absolutely phenomenal pickoff move by Imholt.
I can't say I'm surprised, really. I mean, you'd think that teams might even have that scouted by now, but apparently not.
It's just brutal.
It is, yeah. It's sneaky fast.
Absolutely. And yet again, proving it to the entire stands here at Paynesville. Yep. It's deadly.
Who's the pitcher for Morris today, Josiah?
Pitching for Morris is Jarrett Johnson.
Okay. So we're not sure how Jarrett is, but looks like he's number 18 as well. So both pitchers starting today are number 18. Interesting tidbit.
I'd bet money he doesn't have as good as pickoff move.
Yeah, well, guaranteed he doesn't. I have never seen a better pickoff move, honestly.
Spencer is absolutely unbelievable on the mound for us so far this year.
Leading off in the batting lineup for the Dogs today is Sam Hoffer in his usual leadoff position. Behind him will be Sam Orline, followed by Grant Ludwig, Zach Osendorf, Luke Johnson, Levi Bast, designated hitter Grady Fuchs. Again, he'll be stepping into bat for Spencer Imholt. And then Jared Campbell, and last but not least again, Zach Schrader, which is probably a strategy position for him, where he is a great hitter, so it's a thing where coaches, they put some of the best hitters towards the end of the lineup just to set up for the top of the lineup hitters.
Zach Schrader has absolutely unbelievable speed, too, on the bases.
Yep.
Smart runner. Great to be on the bases with the top of the order coming up.
Yeah. We've seen him rush a lot of infielders this year into making errors. When they pick up the ball, he's already 3/4 of the way there. They rush their throw and errors happen.
Absolutely.
Leading off for the Bulldogs, second baseman number 15, Sam Hopford.
All right, Dogs, let's have some fun. Let's go, boys, huh?
So Hopford digs in.
As Kenny gets excited.
Not frowned upon at all.
Not at all.
And the first pitch to Hopford is going to be outside for ball 1.
Here we go, Hop.
Counts 1-0 for Hopfer.
I think I tell them guys more.
And that pitch is going to be called strike 1 to make the count 1-1. Waiting the third pitch of the at-bat, and he'll take a swing at that one. That's going to be fouled back out of play towards the football field.
All right, Hop, here we go, kid. Tough for 2.
The count's 1-2 now for Hopfer.
Hopfer has a very compact swing. Great contact hitter, that's for sure. Here's the pitch. That's going to be an off-speed pitch. That's going to be high for ball number 2. That'll make the count 2-2 for Hopfer.
Up for 215. Let's go, kid.
Putting up a good battle in the first at-bat for the Bulldogs. And that pitch he's going to be rung up on that pitch. It looked pretty good.
1 batter, 1 strikeout. Not the start we're hoping for.
If anything, Hopfer may have thought that was a bit outside. A little high, too.
Number 1, Sam Orline.
Up to bat, as heard, was number 1, Sam Orline, the center fielder for Paynesville. And he's going to rifle one right away to the right fielder, who is going to throw it back to the second baseman.
If the first baseman would have been on first there, that could have been a play there.
They could have absolutely made a play on that.
That's the drawback to hitting such a shot to right fielder, right fielders. And now stepping up to the plate, Grant Ludwig. He's been a great bat for the Bulldogs all season long.
Number 7, Grant Ludwig.
Absolute power hitter for us.
And like we enjoy saying, most of that power comes from his hair. And he's going to wait for this pitch from Jarrett, and he hits a solid shot in the left center gap, and that's going to be at least a single. He's trucking for 2, and he's going to have a stand-up double there as he advances Sam Orline over to third base.
2 runners on base for 1 out. Things look good as Zach Osendorf walk up to the plate.
Yeah, great job so far from all our batters. I mean, the first at-bat from Hopfer, he was struck out, but he went through a lot of pitches, so that's not a bad thing.
Absolutely.
Catcher, number 10, Zach Osendorf.
Osendorf's got a lot of power in his swing. Leverage is a big factor for him, definitely. He's tall.
Pitcher starts out with an off-speed curveball.
So the count to Osendorf is now 1-0.
That just tells you he's checking shit. Scared of him.
So the count now is going to be 2-0 to Osendorf, as he's looking for at least 1 RBI here. And he hits a pop fly out toward right fielder in the right center gap, possibly. Right fielder comes in, gets underneath it, and Orline's taking from third, and he's going to get there with a lopsided slide. Didn't look pretty, but we got a run. That's all we asked for.
Hey, at 1 point in the first inning, let's keep it going.
Yep.
Up to bat now is number 2, Luke Johnson, with Grant Ludwig still on second base. 2 outs.
Now batting, shortstop, number 2, Luke Johnson.
First pitch is going to be on the outside edge for ball 1.
Again on the bases for the Dogs right now. He's Grant Ludwig on second, so he is in scoring position. Hit to the outfield, probably score him. He's got wheels.
Smart runner. Second ball is going to be low for a 2-0 count in favor of Johnson.
Again, there is 2 outs in the inning.
He batted 1,000 in the first game.
He did bat 1,000 the first game. Thank you, Ken. Yeah, he was a huge help for the Dogs and starting a couple rallies in that first game.
Let's see if he can respond again here. Counts 3-0. And that'll be a strike.
So I'll make the count 3-1 here. Still a hitter's count.
He still has wiggle room to make something happen.
He's going to take a swing at that one. That's up the middle. That's going to be a base hit. And here comes Ludwig. And that ball is not even getting to the center fielder in time for him to make a play at home. So we have another run scored.
2-0 lead now. Luke Johnson yet again coming through.
Starting to feel like deja vu.
Yeah, he's got that 1,000 batting record here too so far.
And again, in their first game today, they had 3 runs in the first inning,
Now batting right fielder number 5, Levi
which got them started off. And now Levi Bass will step up and try to extend this lead. Well, it'll take a pretty far hit to get another run around, but either way.
2-out rallies, Paynesville Bulldogs kind of thing.
So he awaits a pitch from Jarrett, and that's going to be a called strike in the lower part of the strike zone. So the count to Bass is 0-1. As Johnson gets a conservative lead.
And he will go for a steal.
That's a pass ball. He might think about 3. And he is going to go. There's going to be a play at third here. And that's a bad throw.
And he will make it. So Luke Johnson now on third base. Levi Bass has a runner to score with 2 outs.
Perfect storm right there. He was stealing and it was a pass ball. And he had all his momentum going toward third. And he was there safely. So now we finally have him at third. So Levi now has a great opportunity at an RBI. Here's the pitch, and that's going to be a called strike number 2.
Looked to be right down the middle.
Yeah, it didn't look bad at all.
Counts 1-2.
Jared taking his time, looking at third. And Levi
will get one hit.
Yeah. Oh. So Levi waited on that pitch, and he hit it solidly, but unfortunately pretty much right to the center fielder. So, summary, the Dogs score 2 runs off of 2 hits and now hold a 2-0 lead going into the top of the second inning.
You know, great inning by the Bulldogs after a strikeout, responding with 2 runs.
Yep.
No better way to put it.
Actually, 3 hits. I said 2. There's actually 3 hits in that inning. So in the first game the Dogs played today, the umpires were actually wearing red tops. Now they're wearing a light blue. So patriotic either way, as it is Memorial Day weekend.
Absolutely. I know the lake landings have been busy.
Oh yeah, for sure, especially on a day like this where the wind isn't bad and it's hot as blazes out.
Yeah, sunburn weather.
Now batting, number 34, DH, Chandler Vogel.
So now Chandler Vogel will come back to the plate after having his teammate picked off last inning to end the inning. So he'll have another chance at an at-bat here. And the first pitch to him is a strike.
Counts 0-1. Another pitch is going to be low for ball 1. 1-1.
Get ahead, Spence. Here we go, kid.
And that's going to be strike 2 for count 1-2. And that'll be a foul ball off his own leg, keeping the count at 1-2. That'll be a foul ball off the top of Oz.
So the count now is 1-2 to Osendorf. And here's the pitch, and he's gonna, excuse me, not to Osendorf. But now the count is still 1-2 after he took that one back. Was not Osendorf again, it's Chandler Vogel. I got stuck doing book and I lost my concentration.
And that'll be a strikeout for Paynesville.
Swimhout quickly retires their first batter of the inning, and now stepping up to the plate will be Kevin.
Number 12, third baseman
Asphalt.
Asperson, something like that. And the first pitch to him is going to be a ball. He taps the plate, gets ready for the next pitch. And he hits a slow roller over to Grant Ludwig, who corrals the ball and whips it over to first for an easy out. He made that play look easy, although not by any means it's an easy play.
Yeah, Grant makes everything look easy out there. It's just the flowing locks.
He enjoys charging in on those balls. I think that's the main reason why. I don't think he'll tell you that in person, but I honestly think that's why.
Yeah, Kenny over here likes Grant's hair, almost wishing for his own. Up to bat now is number 2, Noah Sheldon.
The count to Sheldon is now 1-1. 2 outs here in the top of the 2nd inning. And
that'll be a foul ball off to Skoogs, or correction, third base coach from Morris.
Made a nice play on that ball. Not quite as smooth as Skoogs would have been, but
nope. Skoogs has years of experience doing that.
So the count to Sheldon's 1-2, and here's the pitch from Imholt. And he fouls that one back to stay alive. And that's going to land somewhere over near the umbrella section.
Here we go, Pap!
Everyone's safe and sound over there.
And he's going to stick his bat out there, and that'll be a base hit for Sheldon as he rounds first, and that's where he'll stay. So they do manage to get a runner aboard here. And we'll see how long he lasts.
Up to bat now is number 3, Alex Daughtry.
I'm guessing a lead of 3 steps at the most here.
Alex Daughtry.
Yeah, if they didn't learn the lesson from the first inning, I don't know when they're going to.
Yeah, he backs up a little bit there, back toward.
Yeah, that's gonna be a foul ball.
Credit to Jared Campbell too at first base. He always puts down very nice tags.
Absolutely, a lot of practice time spent on tags.
And here's a throwback. It's not going to be in time, as he had like a 2-step lead, if that.
Yeah, definitely staying close to the bag.
So the count now is still 0-1. And that's going to be called just a bit outside for ball 1.
Counts 1-1. Little bit larger lead by the runner.
Still leaning back towards first, though.
Just to point out, Osendorf behind the plate, too, a dangerous weapon, picking off people left and right as well.
Yep. Yeah, when you have a runner who is, first of all, scared of getting picked off, and then you can't get a big lead, it's tough to get a good jump on a steal. And that ball is hitting, it trickles down the baseline towards first.
But it will be called foul right before the base.
Yeah, it looked like the ball just took one quick little hop in the dirt there to the right of the first base line before Jared scooped it up. So the runner will go back, and the count will stay 1-2.
Runner on first base, 2 outs.
Again, the Dogs are leading 2-0 early on today. Here's the pitch from Imholt. That's going to be fouled off as the batter stays alive for another pitch.
Here we go, Pap!
Alex Daughtry putting up a fight against Spencer here.
There's a throwback to first. Again, not in time.
Short lead, yeah.
Yeah, well, he's keeping him honest, so as long as it's not a wild throw, it's fine.
Absolutely.
And that pitch looked very good. However, it looked to be, well, apparently the umpire thought it was about an inch off the outside edge of the plate.
Counts 2-2.
And it was going to be a swing at that one. Campbell knocks it down, pats first base with his glove, and that'll be the 3rd out of the inning. Great play by Jared.
Hello, baby, Campbell! Keep going, Dogs!
Second time that inning that happening to him.
Yeah, if that would have got past him, that would have been right in the tweener area between right fielder and first baseman, and that would not have been good news.
Great job by the Paynesville Bulldogs that inning.
So again, Tigers in their first 2 at-bats, 0 runs and just 1 hit. And the Dogs, meanwhile, they've had 1 at-bat with 3 hits and 2 runs, and they're about to add more. As it looks like Grady Fuchs is going to start us off this inning. Again, Grady Fuchs making one of his first starts of the year at DH. Again, he's DHing for Spencer Imholt.
Here in section finals, bold move by Schoolin.
Yeah, but we've seen Grady deliver time and time again when he comes in towards the end of games. So
Absolutely.
why can't he do it at the beginning of games?
True.
Also, earlier today, when we had that, I think it was a 7-0 lead going into the 6th inning, we put in pretty much all substitutions throughout the lineup, and they delivered big time, giving us 3 runs and securing the win with a 10-run rule. So our substitutions have not much of a drop-off, if a drop-off at all. Testament to our depth.
Absolutely huge bench by Paynesville here.
Lots of upcoming talent. Bright future for the Dogs baseball.
Absolutely.
Dogs baseball, Pirates baseball, Plums baseball, everything.
Looking forward to the next following years.
I don't know if you can from an iPhone. Can you comment from an iPhone?
Batting for Bulldogs DH, number 14, Grady Falk.
So Grady Falk's going to step up to the plate here with his first at bat. And he awaits a pitch from Jarrett. And he's going to take a swing at that one right away. He's going to get underneath it, though, for a foul ball straight back to the net.
Counts 0-1 for Grady.
Grady taps the plate, shimmies his bat.
And here comes the pitch.
He sticks his bat out there, manages to get a hold of it, sort of like a bunt, and he hustles down. The play is close.
And that is going to be an out.
Yep.
Just not there in time.
Yeah, the second baseman and the first baseman were playing pretty far back. The pitcher had a little ways to run and get that one, but they got the ball there just in time.
Come on, Jared.
Now Jared Campbell will be up to bat.
First baseman, number 17, Jared Campbell.
And here comes the pitch. That's going to be low in the dirt for ball 1 for Jared Campbell. Zach Schroeder on deck for Paynesville. And he's going to foul that ball off over the Morris dugout.
So the count is now 1-1. And here's the next pitch, and he's going to swing at that one that was way inside. Kind of got jammed up on that pitch. That'll make the count 1-2, 2 strikes.
Top for 217, let's go.
Jared Campbell really strong in the box so far.
And he's got to defend himself here. And he manages to get a hold of that one, and it rolls over towards Skooga, and he makes a rare mistake not getting down on that ball. Fundamentals. Come on, Skoogs.
Yeah, he's going to watch the live stream later. Film. He'll understand. He'll get it fixed.
After all, that count remains 1-2, and that pitch is going to strike him out as he goes for it inside once again. And that'll be the second out of the inning for the Dogs, as Zach Schrader now comes up to the plate and digs in.
Come on, Zach.
Up to the plate now is Zach Schrader.
Left fielder, number 16, Zach Schrader.
And he's got speed, as we always say, so he can make even the most routine plays close. And he hits that one. That's going to be a base hit again in the left center gap. We like that spot today. And he's going too, and he's going to be there as the left fielder kind of muffs the ball. And that's a stand-up double for Zach Schrader. Great job, Zach.
Zach showing off his speed, getting around the bases, turning that routine play into a double. As number 15, Sam Hopfer comes up to bat.
Bulldogs, top of the order. Second baseman, number 15, Sam Hopfer.
Yeah, so Sam Hopfer will start us off at the top of the order. And again, like we said earlier, Zach Schrader set up the top of the order very nicely here. And first pitch up is going to be in the dirt, as Zach Schrader will easily advance to third. And the catcher hustles back to get the ball, tosses it back to the pitcher. And we now have a runner not only in scoring position, but on third base, and a huge possibility for an RBI here, another run.
Great heads up play by Zach Schrader.
Come on, Hop.
Hoffer here. The count is 1-0. And it's going to be inside for ball 2, make the count 2-0. Getting 2 outs here in the bottom of the second inning.
Sam Hopfer in the box. Here comes the pitch. And that is going to be a little high, a little outside for ball 3. Looks to be taking the pitch here.
Yeah, so with a 3-0 count, he's definitely just going to stand there, hope it's a ball.
Which
And
it will be.
Yeah, it wasn't even close, in the dirt actually. So that's a 4-pitch walk as Sam Hopfer gets on base, as he does so often. And coming up now to bat is Sam Orline. So Orline, with runners on first and third now, has an opportunity to extend our lead.
Interesting situation here for Paynesville.
Now batting center fielder, number 1, Sam Orline.
I would guess that Hopper is going to be given the green light in one of these few pitches. Hopfer waiting the pitch from Jared again. And that's going to be inside for a ball. Ball 1 in the count.
Fake steal by Sam Hopfer over on first base. Sam Hopfer might be getting the green light here.
He might be. And it looked like it's going to be a delay as Orline fouls that one off. And the count is now 1-1.
Let's see if Scooch repeats his actions here.
Orline waits and looks for the sign. So does Hopfer. Hopfer's going to go as Orline takes a cut and fouls that one back. Bad luck.
Counts 1-2 now.
Yeah, Hopfer would have definitely gotten there. He had a good jump on it. And with 2 outs, the catcher, you never know, he might actually go for the throw to end the inning.
Let's see if Scooch comes out for 3 times now on attempted steal.
Yeah. Sam with an open stance. Pull hitter.
It's a balk.
And a balk will be called as the Bulldogs will have Zach Schrader jog in for the 3rd run of the game, and Sam Hopfer will advance on to second. So a crucial, critical mistake there by pitcher Jarrett Johnson for Morris as the Dogs score a runoff and advance the runner to second. So Orline has a nice opportunity to give the Bulldogs the 4th run here with an RBI.
Either way, we'll take it. And that's going to be a wild pitch up high.
It was a good job by the catcher just to jump up and get that.
Absolutely, tough ball for him. Counts 2-2.
And Orline rips that one over to first baseman. It's going to be a close play as the pitcher had to run and cover, but he did make it happen. So the Dogs score 1 off a balk from Jared Johnson, and lo and behold, the score is now 3-0 going into the 3rd inning.
Good job again by Paynesville putting up another run in this inning. Only 1 hit by Morris compared to the Bulldogs' 4. No errors by either team yet so far.
Yeah, it's been a cleanly played game. It's just that the Dogs have been hitting the ball where they haven't been.
Absolutely, hitting those gaps is really successful so far.
We've really been hitting the ball well the whole season, even with our losses to Maple Lake. It's not that we didn't hit the ball, we just hit them right at the outfielders.
Oh, well, just making plays they can't. Up to bat now, number 8, Brock Anderson, the first baseman. Correction, my bad. No. Nope, number 8, Brock Anderson, first baseman.
We'll get it for you.
I'm alright. I'm okay.
I'm good.
So Brock asks for time, settles in. Here's a pitch from Imholt. And that's a big swing and a miss as that pitch was low. It's just a nicely placed ball.
Yeah, getting that last corner. Throwing the batter off.
Number 8, Brock Anderson, first base.
So the count to Brock Anderson is 0-1. Actually 1-1 now with that ball in the same spot, a little bit low. Didn't swing at that time though. And again, that ball is low. It's actually going to trickle back to the wall. No one's on base though. No harm done. Count is now 2-1.
Spencer not letting much batters getting ahead of themselves in this game.
Anderson hits it over to second baseman Sam Hopfer, who scoops it up and tosses it over to first baseman Jared Campbell for the first out of the inning. And once again, the first batter's retired just like that.
Up to bat now is number 4, Tyler Remus, their second baseman.
Batting number 4, Tyler Raymer.
And a pitch to Tyler Raymer is going to be a strike right down the pipe. Nice pitch, Spencer.
Very hot. Imholt.
The count is 0-1, and he rips that one over to Grant Ludwig, who scoops it up makes a nice bullet throw over to Jared Campbell for the second out of the inning. Once again, a throw right on point from Ludwig.
Absolutely a rocket from Grant Ludwig over at third base. Definitely using the power of his hair into his arm.
He loves throwing it in stride. He doesn't take much time to gather it. Well, then again, at third base, you don't have a lot of time to gather it.
Everything is so smooth, however, with him.
Now batting number 9.
So 2 outs here.
Bruns.
Number 9, Zach Kellen Airden? No. Oh,
Zach.
top of the order. Okay.
Zach Browns.
Count to Browns is now 1-1 as that last pitch goes for a strike over the outside edge of the plate.
Attaboy, Pat!
2 outs here.
Last at bat, he hit a ground ball to Jared Campbell, where now he hits one to Sam Hopfer, who will easily make the play for the third out of the inning.
Bulldogs did out of the inning yet again, allowing 0 runs. They have been on a roll all day on defense, and they will be heading into the bottom of the third with the advantage, 3-0.
Great job by them.
As we see Skoogs hustle over to his position at third base.
Skoogs definitely setting the example for the team so far.
It's definitely something that he stresses every time heading out to the outfield on defense. Everyone hustles out there. You don't see any walking, and he does the same.
You know, just great examples by both coaches as Rielson runs out as well.
We were talking earlier, Josiah, this field doesn't have a technical name, does it?
I do not believe it does.
We usually just call it the Paynesville Grandstand, but maybe in a couple years from now, it might be Skoogland Field, maybe?
Yeah, it might be. You never really know. With how much he really committed to this program, it's unbelievable.
Yeah, he's built it from the ground up, that's for sure.
Yeah, definitely having a strong input on this new stadium built.
Yeah, not only the stadium, but the entire baseball program for the school.
Yeah, the program and just the students that he teaches having such a huge impact on the school. Big shout out to Skoogs.
He says he doesn't work a day in his life because he loves his job. And leading off for the Bulldogs this inning is Grant Ludwig.
As Skoogs would say, this day is a beautiful sun-kissed day.
It always is.
Every day.
Grant Ludwig in his first at-bat had a beautiful double. And let's hope he can double up on those.
Here we go, lads!
I believe he actually has an RBI as well.
Grant Ludwig already having a strong game with a couple plays from third to get the outs.
Yeah, defensive and offensive side of the ball. His count is now 1-0 to him. Here's the next pitch. And that's going to be called strike over the outside edge. I would have called that a ball, but I'm not the umpire, and the umpire is always right.
Yeah, I really can't argue with these guys. I mean, you could give it a shot, but
It won't be worth it. And he's going to foul that one straight back. So the count will be now 1-2 as he falls behind.
Grant Ludwig still should be able to make something out of the situation.
G'day, lads!
And that's going to be a low ball in the dirt, which gets by the catcher, as Grant Ludwig actually runs back and gets it, showing that hustle again, exampled by both the coaches.
You have to applaud that.
Beating out Oz from the side. Kenny, you got to get something in that guy's head.
So the count is 2-2 here, and he follows back another one, staying alive.
2-2.
Getting 0 outs here. We're in the bottom of the third inning, leading 3-0. We have Osendorf on deck, right in the heart of the lineup. And that pitch is going to be low outside in the dirt, so the count is now full to Ludwig.
Here we go, lads. Knock or walk. Let's go.
Grant Ludwig with a full count. Here comes the pitch. And that is going to be hitting the gap right to left field on the ground, which will be an easy single for him.
Yeah, just out of the reach of the outside arm of third baseman from Morris, and in the gap between third baseman and the shortstop. So a great hit by Ludwig to get aboard after that long drawn-out count. And now Zach Osner will look to advance him.
Absolutely.
Bulldogs catching number 10, Zach Osendorf.
Come on, Oz.
The pitcher steps off, keeping Grant honest. Still trying to live up to Spencer's legacy. And there's going to be a bunt put down by Osendorf, which does get by the pitcher.
Yeah, the pitcher dove for that ball, and he probably wishes he hadn't because Zach Osendorf then easily made it to first.
And pinch running for him is going to be number 6, Lucas Holtz. 0 outs, runners on first and second as Luke Johnson steps up to the plate.
And I'll give Zach time to put his catcher's gear on and relax a little bit before getting back out there in the heat.
Luke Johnson have a single last at bat.
Number 2, Luke Johnson.
And that last bunt will not be deemed an error. It will be deemed a hit, which is understandable. It was a nicely placed ball. Pitcher can't be an error. That's news to me. I'm not the expert here.
Yeah, still to me too.
Kenny, the baseball dictionary here, corrected me.
You don't normally give the pitcher an error on a playback that he's trying to
Okay.
As Kenny just said, they don't normally give pitchers an error on a play back to him.
Well, here the count to Luke Johnson is 1-0, and he rips that one right back to the pitcher, who snags it, and that's a double play as he throws to the first baseman who steps on the bag. And unfortunate double play there. Not much you can do there for Holtz.
Yeah, it looks like they're trying to go there.
It was just a very commendable play there by pitcher.
Heads up play by the pitcher, absolutely.
Heads up, gloves up.
Up to bat now, Levi Bast, runner on second base. 2 outs.
For the Bulldogs now batting right fielder number 5, Levi Bass.
Bass in his first at bat popped out to the center fielder to end the first inning for the Dogs.
Yeah, that was a deep hit ball just inside of the reach of the center fielder.
Come on, Levi.
So now the count to Bass is a hitter's count right away. Count of 2-0. And here's the pitch. That's going to be outside, so now we have a count of 3-0, and he's likely to just stand there and take this one. See if he can fire a pitch in there, which he failed to do last time he faced a 3-0 count.
Pitcher being a little inconsistent this game, for sure.
And that one's going to be right down the pipe, however. So the count is now 3-1, and Levi will definitely have the green light to swing away here. Getting 2 outs after that double play a minute ago.
Yeah, a lot of pressure on Levi to get back into the groove or get the team back in it, recovering from that double play.
And yep, that'll be a ball outside and high as he will take his base, and the Dogs now have runners on first and second with Grady Fuchs up to the plate. Grady Fuchs' first time up to bat, he hit a ball right back to the pitcher.
For the Bulldogs,
For an out.
14, Grady Fuchs.
So the first pitch to Grady's on its way, and that'll be called a strike. So the count to Grady's now 0-1.
Come on,
Runners on first and second. Potential RBIs out there for the taking.
Yeah, another 2-out rally here for the Bulldogs. Grady Fuchs, a lot of pressure on his shoulders.
And he rips one out toward left fielder, who's backtracking very fast, and he manages to get underneath the ball and make the catch. So tough break there, as that would have certainly scored probably 2 runs there. But a good job by the left fielder to get under that ball and make a quick read. So going into the 4th inning, the Dogs still lead 3-0 after stranding a couple there.
Paynesville putting up a good defense so far, not allowing any runs. Scoring 2 in the first and 1 in the second. Bulldogs lead 3-1.
And Imholt continues to work with minimal pitches in each inning, which has been a theme for the pitchers in the last couple games. Going back to the Foley game, actually, we pitched 3 different pitchers, and there was a combined 2-hitter. And actually, 2 of those pitchers were 10th graders, Grady Fuchs and Carter Wessel. So a great, impressive game that we played there to lead into playoffs and hopefully start a huge hot streak. and make a deep playoff push. Shout out to Mike Ludwig, who always tunes into our live stream. He comments, "Go Dogs." Thanks, Mike, for always supporting us and the baseball club.
Will Morris now batting number 18, Jarrett Johnson, pitcher.
As Jarrett Johnson will now be stepping up to the plate to begin the 4th inning for the Morris Tigers. First pitch to Jarrett is called a strike.
Last at bat flew out to Jared Campbell at first base. And that'll be a foul ball after hitting him in the leg.
So the count is actually 0-2 now. As last inning was the only scoreless inning of the game. As the scoring slowed down quite a bit. And he rips a shot over shortstop Luke Johnson into left center field, and that'll be a nice single for Jarrett Johnson as he makes up for some of the hits he's given up so far.
Yeah, just a little gapper over Luke Johnson, who just couldn't get up to it.
So now number 5, Parker Dirks.
Parker Dirks.
And looks like we're going to have a courtesy runner step in for Jarrett Johnson, number 14.
As he is the pitcher.
Makes sense. He'll have some time to relax now before he gets back out on the mound, which hopefully will be in just a couple batters.
Hopefully.
14, Jack Riley.
This new runner, having not experienced Spencer's wrath, will be put through the gauntlet on the basis.
I'm sure that his coach just talked to him about it a little bit.
Must have.
I see a little shaking in his knees.
Short lead. And there he will face it as he does get back to the base in time.
So here again at the plate is Parker Dirks, and he will face his first pitch here, most likely. And he hits a shot right back to Luke Johnson, the shortstop, and this will be a double play opportunity. Not quite in time for the out at first, however, we do get the lead runner. So that'll be the first out of the inning as we trade an out for another base runner at first. We'll take that.
Absolutely, why not?
Oh, he's actually out at first. The double plays.
Interference at second base.
Okay, so we have an interference that's on second base as the runner sliding into second interfered with second baseman Sam Hoffer on his throw over to first. So that is a double play. And there's a shot out to right fielder Levi Bass, who backtracks, backpedals, and makes the catch.
And that's a quick inning for Paynesville.
Yep. Yeah, a little fortune going our way as they tried to interfere with Sam Hoffer, and it came back to bite them. So the Dogs now lead still 3-0 going into the bottom of the 4th inning, looking to tack on some more runs for security.
Absolutely.
And Spencer Immel continues to roll on the mound, as well as our supporting cast everywhere else.
Yet again, big thanks to the BNC channel, community ed, and Matt Dickhausen for making all this possible. And also Jacob Bertram, if you were watching up at the cabin, unable to make this game. Big thanks to you helping out, Jacob. Thank you.
Yeah, I think he spent earlier today. He was, well, yeah, he normally is. He helps out, as you all know. And earlier today, I think he was at the lake. So, not a bad way to spend your day on a Memorial weekend when it's 90-some degrees out.
Absolutely not.
Looks like leading off for the Bulldogs this inning is Jared Campbell. So towards the bottom of the order. Doesn't mean we can't get on base though, as we have a strong lineup throughout. So we have Jared, and then Zach, and then the top of the order.
Yet again, this part of the order really coming through the last couple innings, scoring a lot of points for us.
As we see the umpires resuming their positions, and we're ready to play ball here again.
Bulldog, first baseman number 17, Jared Campbell.
Jared Campbell digs in. Here comes the pitch, which will be a strike, and he'll swing at that, landing it in left field for an easy single.
He thinks about two. However, the first baseman was walking right in front of his line, and he will be awarded the base, I believe. Yes, he will. The first baseman looked to be pretty oblivious as he was just standing there, and Jared kind of ran into him and then walked back to first, not able to get there. So
you know that could have gone either way, but the ump just having an interference call.
Yeah, well, I mean, it was obviously not intentional, but I think it was the right call.
Yep.
So after that hit, very nice job by Jared, and he advances to second on another interference call.
Big thanks to Ken Osendorf on his comment. Go check that out.
Yes, thank you, Ken. And Max Widener is going to courtesy run for Jared Campbell at second base. So Max pinch run. Sorry. Again, thank you, Ken. And Max is going to get his appearance out there.
Speaking of Ken, go subscribe to Ken Osendorf's newly created channel as of about 2 minutes ago.
Zach Schrader.
It's got some great content.
Or to be great content.
Yeah, okay. So Zach Schrader is going to dig in here. A big righty for the Dogs. And here's the pitch. Getting a runner on second. He's going to rip that right back past the pitcher. Not able to get a glove on that one. And that's going to bring in... Nope, that's not going to bring in a run. Max is held up at third, but a great job by Zach to get that ball through the gap there up past center, towards center field.
First and third situation now for Paynesville, and it does look like Morse fatigue is coming into factor here. I mean, it is 91 degrees at the stadium.
Yep.
Cool in here by Carter.
As the fans agree with me down below.
I didn't know they could hear us.
I guess they can.
The press box isn't bad, but we won't tell them that. Anyways, Dogs now have runners on first and third. Sam Hopper at the plate, just what we want there.
Come on, Hop!
Paynesville making the most of the last first and third situation, attempting 3 steals, but not getting any of them off. Let's see if Scoogs attempts another one here now.
Yeah, just because of continuous foul balls. And he is going. And the catcher does a spin around, and that throw isn't going to make it there. Cut off by the shortstop. Probably a designed throw.
Yeah, looking to catch up Max on third base.
The only player I've seen do a 360 no-scope like that is Zach Osendorf.
Zach Osendorf, absolutely legendary catcher in the Stearns County area.
Biggest catcher in the league.
Must be. Kenny, how tall is that man?
He must be like 7'2".
8'9".
So
6'2.5".
So the count is now 1-2.
Come on, Hop!
To Hopper. And here's the pitch, and that's going to be outside for a ball, making the count 2-2. As we have runners on second and third. Again, the third base runner is Max Widener. Second base is Zach Schrader. And he's going to rip that one to third baseman, who's going to throw it home. And Max Widener avoids the tag.
Gets over top of it, and... is there a call?
We're going to assume he's calling that an out.
Out of the baseline almost.
That looked like a good play by Max as he tried to avoid the tag, but it looks like he did manage to get a glove on his jersey, and that will be the first out of the inning. So a tough break there for the Dogs as the third baseman makes a good throw back to home.
Another first and third situation here for Paynesville as number 1, Sam Orline, comes up to bat. And he's going to throw down, looking to get the catch. And he does get the out.
So the Dogs go for a steal there and pay the price as Sam Hoffer is thrown out.
Oof.
Yeah, it's tough. The catcher does have a good arm. I guess I underestimated him to begin with.
Yeah, the catcher making 2 solid plays in the last couple minutes. And here comes the pitch to Sam Orline. And that's going to be cranked to right field, but it looks like it's going to be a fly out.
Yeah, got a bit too much underneath it.
Yep, and that'll be out 3 of the inning.
As he flies out to the center fielder. So the Dogs, again, they leave runs on the table, and they still lead 3-0, which the Tigers, actually last game, they trailed 3-0 going into the third inning. They managed to put up 3 runs in the third and 3 runs in the 6th. So this, I mean, it's not to say that they can't put up runs late in the game.
Absolutely.
It's definitely not over. We'd love some more insurance.
Yeah, last 2 innings have been scoreless, only with the lead by 3. Paynesville in their last couple of games having more than that, with 11-9, 12-1. The last game against Melrose, a 4-1. Correction, that was Morris. Last couple of games by Paynesville versus Foley 3-0, Newland and Spicer 7-4, and then 7-3. So Paynesville definitely looking for a bigger cushion here.
Yep. Yeah, we've had a very fluctuating season. Some games scoring over 10 runs, some games scoring fewer runs, but still winning, obviously.
Absolutely.
Number 12, third baseman Kevin Osfeld.
Paynesville with a 14-3 record, 15 as of this morning.
As Kevin Osfeld fouls one off there, and that'll be the first strike of the count, which is 0-1.
Another one, almost a good play made by the on-deck batter to catch that ball.
Close only counts in horseshoes and hand grenades.
Yep.
And there's the pitch, and he's going to hit that on the line out to left field. There's Zach Schrader, who's playing in, and it paid off as he hardly even had to move.
Zach Schrader with the unbelievable speed. Great position for him in the outfield.
Yep.
Good job by Zach.
Yeah, so the first out of the inning there is counted for. And up now is number 2, Noah Sheldon.
Noah Sheldon.
How did Noah do his first time up to bat?
Noah, first time up to bat, had a single.
Okay. So one of the few base runners, one of the 2 hits, and he rips that one on a line to Luke Johnson, who just leans over and makes the grab. Again, hit right to one of our players. So great positioning by the Dogs defense. And that'll count for the second out of the inning. And up to bat now is Alex Doherty.
Now batting number 3.
Not sure if I pronounced that right. And he is a lefty. First pitch is going to be called a strike. And Holt continues to work quickly. Count is 0-1. Getting 2 outs here. We're on the top of the 5th inning. And that's a big swing and a miss from Doherty.
Yeah, it looked like he kind of second-guessed himself there as he dropped his backhand and just let the bat go.
Sure did. So the count is 0-2 here. Pitcher's count.
Backed up 2 steps.
And
Another one.
Another leaning, awkward swing, and that'll count for the last out of the inning. Another strikeout for Spencer as the Dogs head into the bottom of the 5th inning, continuing to lead by 3. Here we go.
Great job by them.
Leading off this inning for the Dogs will be Grant Ludwig, his second time leading an inning off. And last time he did so, he got a single. And his first at-bat, he got a double with an RBI along with that. So he's on fire today. From pitching to fielding to batting, all 3.
Paynesville's been all over it today, but still looking to extend that 3-point cushion.
Yeah, definitely. In the playoffs, you can never have enough runs. Unless you do what we did the first game and just win by 10, I mean, that works too.
Yeah, 10's not enough of a cushion though, you know. Yeah, rules might apply to ending the game short, but
yeah,
always room for more. Yeah, Morris looking very fatigued as they're walking out to their positions.
It does seem like it, yeah.
Definitely slowed down these last couple innings.
Heads down, shoulders slumped. Maybe. And it looks like they're going to stick with the same pitcher, Jared Johnson. He's been doing a fine job. I mean, allowing 3 runs to the Bulldogs through 4 innings is not bad by any means.
Paynesville is just a tough team to play against here in this section.
Paynesville with 7 hits, however. Again, as I said before, we are leaving runs on the table. 7 hits to their 2 hits.
Yeah, it's really tough to score when you only have 2 hits on the day.
Yeah, that's for sure. Yep. Have they? I don't think they've had a runner on second base.
Nope.
Yeah.
Closest they got was a double play made at second base to first.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yep.
Now back for Bulldogs, number 7, third baseman Grant Ludwig.
So we'll see if Grant Ludwig can continue hitting 1,000 on the day. Well, for this game at least. As we mentioned earlier, Luke Johnson did that in the first game. As he settles in and waits the pitch.
And that's going to be a strike right down the middle for strike one.
Come on, lads.
Second pitch from Johnson. Looks for the sign. He's going to fire away. And he swings and rips that one over the shortstop, and that'll be another base hit towards the left center gap, which the Bulldogs have definitely taken advantage of today.
Absolutely. The outfield gaps have been all over the place by these Paynesville batters.
Yeah, I think that's pretty much exactly where he hit his previous single. So good job, Grant. Continuing to stay high at the plate, and now that'll bring up Zach Osendorf.
Yet again, the 7-7 catcher.
Yeah, okay. Is that verified?
By my eyes, it's verified.
Okay.
Not by the tape measure.
So this is going to be, the pitcher's going to check back toward first. And Grant Ludwig just trots back. He's there safely, no throw. And he's going to throw that time, no play there.
Still not living up to Spencer's legacy on that mound here this season.
And there's a pitch, and that's going to be called a strike as Osendorf briefly showed bunt.
And it looks like he might go after it again here.
I wouldn't doubt it, yeah. And the pitch is coming. And he does, as Josiah called, and there's a throwback to first. So Osendorf is out at first, however he does advance Grant Ludwig to second base, so he did his job. Nice bunt. The first time he did that, he actually made it to the base as the pitcher attempted to dive for the ball and muffed it.
Now batting shortstop, number 2, Luke Johnson.
Come on, Luke.
So again, Luke Johnson now, he's been a great batter for us today, and he...
Gonna rip a fly ball.
And that's gonna be out of play towards the right field berm. So the count to Johnson early on here is 0-1 with 1 out.
Johnson here with the 0-1 count.
Johnson versus Johnson.
And that's some big swing and a miss on the outside edge.
Come on, Luke.
Yeah, that ball is definitely breaking away. This pitcher's got some good stuff. So the count is now 0-2 to Johnson. From Johnson, and here's that pitch, and he's going to swat that one out towards right field. The right fielder makes the grab, and Ludwig
was stealing.
He's going to get doubled off for a double play, and that'll end the inning. So unfortunately, Ludwig did have the green light for the steal, and he had his head down, and he was booking it toward home actually by the time that throw came in, and little did he know that it was caught. So with another runner stranded, I guess you could say, the Dogs go the third straight inning scoreless on the offensive side of the ball with 8 hits, continuing to rack up the hits though, and the Tigers remain at 0 runs going into the top of the 6th inning. We're going to stick with him, hold on the mound. Not surprised by that as he's went multiple full games this year.
Absolutely phenomenal game on Thursday night. Thrown by him in the first couple innings.
Yep. Looks like every other position's going to stay the same. Again, even though this is just the second round of the playoffs, this game is very important. Every playoff game is, really.
Absolutely.
And number 8, Brock Anderson is going to be leading off this inning for the Morris Tigers. And the first pitch today is going to be a ball outside.
First baseman number 8, Brock Anderson.
Second pitch, he rips it towards...
And he's going to get Sam Hopfer involved for an easy play over to Jared Campbell at first.
And nice job by Hopfer. Get his glove down there and made a accurate toss over to Jared Campbell for the first out of the inning. And that'll bring up number 4, Tyler Reimers.
Now batting number 4, Tyler Reimer.
Spencer in the last 2 innings, only allowing 3 batters
Yeah.
in each inning.
Yeah, very efficient.
Quick game.
As Carter Wessel comes out of the dugout to try and nab that foul ball. Not able to make a good play on it, however. And looks like Spencer's going to call for time and ask for a new ball, possibly. Yep. That one must have been scuffed from hitting the dugout or something.
Yeah, a lot of foul balls this game. No telling where it's been.
That's a veteran move by M. Holt to ask for a new ball. And that hit is right back towards Luke Johnson, who's been very active today. He tosses over to first. Accurate as always for the second out of the inning. And quick work so far this inning, as usual.
Absolutely. Another great job by Luke Johnson. Up to bat now, top of the order, number 9, Zach Brown.
And how has he done so far?
Well, so far he's grounded out twice to Sam Hoffer at second and Jared Campbell at first.
Okay. Not a surprise, really, as they only have 2 hits.
2 hits coming from the second and third batter in the order.
The big swing and a miss as he was baffled on that inside breaking ball. And the count is now 0-2 as Spencer quickly gets ahead. Might be the last pitch of the inning. And he makes quick work of him, and he's rung up looking. So bang, 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 1, 2, 3 inning for the Dogs once again. And they're heading into the bottom of the 6th inning, up 3-0 with only 1 inning to play on the defensive side of the ball.
That is his second strikeout of this game in the last 2 innings.
Pretty impressive.
Very.
Leading off for the Dogs this coming half inning, will be Levi Bast. And Bast has flown out to the center fielder, and he's also reached base on balls.
Baseball fans, the winner
via
of this
walk.
game will play Tuesday at 5 p.m. in Marshall. The loser of this game will play Tuesday at 7 p.m. in Montevideo. Again, repeating, the winner of this game plays Tuesday 5 p.m. in Marshall, and the loser will play at 7 p.m. in Monty.
As you just heard over the PA system at the stadium, that is when the next games will be played. Paynesville looking to play at 5 o'clock on a Tuesday.
Yep. It's going to be a good good venue. I think it's in Marshall, right? Yeah. And it's, I'm sure they have a nice ballpark there.
Marshall or Morris, one of those places.
Pretty sure it's Marshall.
Yeah.
I think that would make more sense. But, yeah, definitely looking to advance into the next round with a perfect record. It's tough to, with a loss going into the next round, it's tough to make it far because then at that point you only have room for one more. Well, you don't have any room for more losses because if you lose again, you're out.
Yep.
Not to say it's not possible. Looks like, yeah, we do have a new pitcher, and it is number 8, Brock Anderson, with a little bit of a flow of his own. Kind of a Tim Lincecum look, minus the black hair. It's blonde instead.
Definitely an interesting look,
Yeah.
to say the least.
He even matches the colors of the San Francisco Giants, back when Lincecum was a stud. And like I said earlier, Bast will be starting us off this inning.
For Morris, number 8, Brock Anderson.
And for sure batting this inning will be Bast, Grady, and Jared, and that sounds like runs to me. And if not runs, then definitely hits, as that first pitch is going to be a ball called high
Right fielder number 5
to Levi.
Bast.
So Brock starts his pitching appearance today off with a ball. And that's going to be called a strike. Look to be a little inside and low, but that's a good spot to put the ball.
Counts 1-1 now against Levi.
Again, we're in the bottom of the 6th inning, nearing the end of the game. And Levi managed to get the bat on the ball right to second baseman, however, who tossed over to first and makes the out. So that'll be the first out of the inning. And now coming up to the plate is Grady Fuchs. And Grady Fuchs is 0 for 2 on the day. First time he grounded out to the pitcher, and second time he flew out to the left fielder.
Now batting number 14.
Grady looking to redeem himself this time.
Definitely. And the first pitch to Gray is going to be called a strike. Again, painting the corners. A bit of a Rembrandt, it looks like Rob Anderson is on the mound.
Yeah, the ump making it look like a Picasso.
And that pitch is also going to be a bit outside as Grady swings at it and goes for it.
Yeah, not happy about that one.
No, it's a good thing it was only one strike at the time. So now the count is 0-2 to Fuchs. Again with one out here in the bottom of the 6th. Bulldogs leading 3-0. And that's going to be outside. Anderson really takes his time in his windup. And he is a lefty.
Yeah, definitely slowing down this game right now.
And here it comes. And Fuchs is going to foul that one back. It's going to be out of play. Again, towards the football field, excuse me.
Come on, Foxy!
So the count, Grady Fuchs is 1-2 right now. Battling to stay alive in the count.
Still looking to redeem himself after the 0-2 on the day.
And he pops that one really high.
And he's going to be batting 0.
Yeah, it looks like Grady's having a tough day. But he'll bounce back.
Absolutely. Hopefully get him through the lineup one more time.
So now, Ryan Wisted is actually coming in to bat. He will be in for Jared Campbell. A substitution.
Now batting number 4, Ryan Wisted.
Ryan is a good batter. He struggled a bit in the first game. But he does have a lot of power when he does make contact. So good things can happen.
Absolutely.
Come on, Ryan!
First pitch to Ryan is outside for a ball. He has a tendency to be a very aggressive batter.
Yeah, definitely going for the fences on everything.
And he swings hard at that one. That's going to be chased down by the first baseman, who dives on the berm, not able to make the play, as I think that would have been out of play anyways.
Yeah, just about 10 feet out.
Good effort, though, as both the first baseman and the right fielder come in trying to get that ball.
Ryan's still alive, 1-1 count, looking to drive onto the fence.
And he kind of checks his swing there, and that'll be a strike.
He did come fully around on it.
Yeah, the ump wasn't very concise about the call, but he does signal it now with his hands. It is 1-2 to count. And that'll be a strike 3 as Ryan goes swinging at that one. So there's another 1-2-3 inning. We've seen consecutive innings now go that way. And the Dogs scoreless in their last 4 at-bats. However, they still lead 3-0 due to their stellar defense today. And we are going into the final inning of the game. Let's go. Oh yeah, we do have a substitution actually in the field now. Carter Wessel is now playing at first in place of Jared Campbell.
Other than that, the lineup does remain the same.
First base, number 22, Carter Wessel.
So Spencer Immel continues his 2-hitter. And hopefully that's how this game will end.
We will find out soon enough.
Definitely. Gotta say, I do not envy Osendorf and all that catcher's gear.
Yeah, 7-7.
And the black shirts too. Jeez.
Yeah, full pants. It's definitely hard.
And leading off now is Jared Johnson, and he rips one right to shortstop, and that'll be an out. Just because we're that confident in Johnson's arm. And he throws that accurately, and the batter actually stops before he even gets to the bag.
Yeah, the fatigue really coming in for everybody here. And Carter Carlson, you called it again.
Yeah.
Luke Johnson not making many errors.
Yeah. It's easy to call it when these guys are so consistent.
That's very true.
So that's the first out of the last inning of the game. 2 more to go, folks.
Now batting number 5, Parker Pierce.
So now Parker Dierks rips a shot to Luke Johnson again, very active as we've said.
Another one.
And he is called safe as Carter Wessel fails to have his foot on the bag. Simple mistake there, as it was a nice play except for the fact that he wasn't actually stepping on the bag. So after that, the Morris Tigers actually have a runner on first now with number 34 Chandler Vogel up to bat, designated hitter for the Tigers.
For Morris, now batting number 34.
And that'll be the first error of the game. That'll be an E3.
Paynesville having the only error so far in the game.
So the first pitch to Vogel there is going to be a ball. And I doubt that there'll be a steal coming. You never know. Even if there is one, I actually wish for that because he'll probably get thrown out. Count now is 2-0. See if Spencer can bring these balls in a little bit now.
Spencer definitely looking to get ahead here as he does land this strike for a 2-1 count.
Even it up now, Pep. Let's go.
Again, very conservative lead there at first. And there's a shot out into left field where Zach Schrader is waiting. And that'll be the second out of the inning. 1 out away, folks. And coming up to bat is number 12 for the Morris Tigers,
Kevin Asfeld.
Number 12, Kevin Asfeld.
And he has not got a hit yet today.
Nope.
And he rips a shot over toward the right field line. And Carter Wessel goes and redeems himself by making a nice catch and braving the sunlight. And that'll end the game, folks, as the Dogs win it with a 2-run first inning and a 1-run second inning. And that's how it ended, 3-0 the rest of the way with 8 hits. And Tigers only 2 hits, so great defensive play here today by the Dogs. Again, that was the second round of the playoffs, and we're going to play on Tuesday at 5 o'clock in Marshall. We will probably see you then. We're going to try to be live streaming, and go Bulldogs.
283.